Well, hi there. My name's Chris. I'm not Bill because Bill's a slacker. And he pulled his, I don't want to make a video because I'm a lazy ass, so I'm going to make Chris make a video card. So, yeah. Hello, my name's Chris. You may know me as CK Wright. I go by CK Wright everywhere on the internet where it matters, except for YouTube because some hoe bag has it. But one day I'm going to cut them. Anyways, so I figured I'd talk about anything because that's what Barry said and that's what you've been doing this week. I figured the most interesting thing, because you know this is a channel with Bill and Molly and Barry and Paul. Well, no, I don't know Barry and Paul, but hi. I figured I'd talk about how I met Bill and how I met Molly. Bill, I met at the John Green event, and there's a car back there. Stupid car. Anyways, I met Bill at the John Green event in Los Angeles about 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, I guess. And we were, talking. We met. He was Bill. He'd done the Tetris video. It was kind of cool. He gave me a Tetris piece along with some others, and we talked. And then him and Heather had to go back to Vegas, and it was kind of sucky for them because they drove a lot for like an hour and a half of John Green. But hey, it's John Green, so it's worth it. And so we became friends after that, and a couple other Nerdfighter events later, we were friends. And yeah, that's basically how I met Bill. He's a cool guy when he's not being a lazy ass. Molly I met via, well, I've kind of met via the Twitters. So what happened was, somehow or another, I kind of forget now, I found her videos. I'm like, hey, this girl's kind of cool. And so I started following her because she was funny and whatnot. And I sent a couple, I guess, clever replies back. And she was like, hey, this guy's kind of cool. I'll start following him. And that was that. And then a few months later, I was talking to Bill. And Bill was talking about, ooh, I'm going to Portland for the Northwest YouTube Gathering because I'm so cool. Wham. And there's a plane up there now, or a helicopter. What is this? The YouTubes hate me. Anyways, again, Bill was talking about how he's so cool because he was going, and I'm like, man, I want to go. He's like, you know what? You can go, bitch. I don't know if he said bitch, but he said something. Anyways, so on like 3 hours notice, I decided to drive to Bakersfield, yes, at like midnight. And then I got there, and because Bill is, again, a slacker, I don't know if I need to keep reinforcing this point, because you should know it, but Bill's a slacker, and he hadn't left yet. So him and Heather and Sammy all drove, and I was wandering around Bakersfield at God knows what time in the morning, finding nothing to do, because let me tell you, Bakersfield is a not hop in town at 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, we met up, and then we drove like 17 hours to Portland. Well, I drove like 17 hours to Portland. Bill was unconscious in the back seat, drooling on my window. But anyways, so we met to Portland, and it turns out that Bill and some of the others were friends with Molly and some other people that were there. And it was cool. And so I was like, hey, I know who this is, but I didn't want to say like, hey, you followed me on Twitter, because that'd be kind of creepy. But she decided the next day to hand out name tags. And she said, gave him, and I wrote that, I'm CK Wright on Twitter, and she's like, oh, you're that CK Wright. And so, yeah, we met, and then there was 4th of July, and some roller coasters and whatnot. And now, etc., etc. So, yeah, that's my story. I hope it was interesting. I don't know if I'll do these again, maybe, if Bill's a slacker again, or if Molly decides she doesn't want to do it. Yeah, well, it was nice to talk to you, Paul and Barry. I hope, meet you in some other context, but yeah, keep up the good work. I'm in nature, if you didn't notice. Why? I don't know, because I could. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was pretty random and bad, but hey, that's my style. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to pass the baton to you, Molly. Wink. Wah!